Hello my beautiful Taurians, welcome to my channel. This is Baba Jolie here with your career reading for the end of June right through to the end of July 2022. I've already cleansed your space and have meditated on your cards. For those of you who are returning, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for all your wonderful likes, shares and subscribes. I am truly grateful for all your beautiful energy. Just a little reminder though, this is a general reading, not a one-to-one reading, just so you're aware. Also, please be mindful, scammers are about to pretend to be me and lots of other tarot readers. I do not do personal readings. I do not take your money, e-gifts, donations. I'm not on Facebook, WhatsApp, PayPal, Telegram or Patreon. I will never ask you for your credit card details and I will never ask you for personal details either. So if anyone masquerading as me asks you for anything at all, please report them or ignore them. It is a scam, okay? Let's move straight on with your reading. I'm going to cleanse your space hourly, so please be mindful. There's going to be 3 loud sounds. Let us begin. Okay, my beautiful Taurians, this is your career reading. I will be getting all of your cards first before I transmute an outcome. So let us see what is coming for you for the end of June right through to the whole of July. Okay, thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Taurus? What do they need to know? We've got the Tower energy. We've got the Lovers card. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. We've got the Hierophant. And we've also got the Wheel of Fortune. Now, if you know my readings, you know that a Tower energy often shows up at the same time as a Wheel of Fortune. So because it's in your protagonist energy, this is how you are moving forward, the energy that you are giving to a situation. It means you are activating major change. There is a transformation in your career in some way, and you are in control of it. Okay, I gotta go get that card. We got the Ten of Swords there. It's just popped out. So I'm just gonna go get that for you. One moment, please. That's covering that Tower energy. So something is coming to an end, and it may be an abrupt end as well. It can mean that it's the abrupt ending of the way that you approach your work situation. It can mean that you're clearing way for a new beginning, but it could also be like the point of epiphany. So if you feel like, for example, people take advantage of you in your career, or you feel like everyone puts their workload upon you, or there's little cliques and things like that, I feel like you are responding differently to challenging situations because that Tower energy can mean that you're operating in challenging situations, but you're turning it around because we've got the Wheel of Fortune energy. You're learning to rise above whatever is going on in your career, okay? So we've got the Queen of Pentacles and we got the Hierophant again. So you're coming out on top, really. You're coming into your own because the Hierophant energy is you, my beautiful Taurian. So I feel like you're in control of this. You're learning how to respond differently to a difficult situation, perhaps in your career. Now we're gonna go and see what that is for you. We got the 8 of Cups, walking away from something that is just not fulfilling. So either you're literally walking away from something, a career, or you are, if some of you have already lost your jobs, this is like energy that you're in now. So this is not going to happen to you. This happens already, for example. So if some of you have lost your jobs, I feel like there's an opportunity coming on in here for you that you've been manifesting, and it shows up out of the blue, okay? Something that you really want to connect to that is more rewarding. But for those of you who are in a state of like stagnancy in your career, or you feel like you've hit a glass ceiling in some way, you may be looking for opportunities elsewhere. The World card tells me that it's a new cycle for you and you're accomplishing a goal. Ace of Cups, new opportunity coming on in. So, I mean, this is, oh, they want me to go again, so I will. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Great Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Taurians? We've got the King of Swords. So this could be a new idea. Okay, I wouldn't normally go again. Normally we got the Emperor. So this is really good business news, whatever this is. You're turning things around to engage your heart, but also you've got a strategy. So this is about you loving something that you do, because the 8 of Cups is like saying, you know what, where I'm at right now, it's not exactly where I want to be, and I'm activating change. So The Eight of Cups, the figure in the Eight of Cups tends to walk away from an opportunity or walk away from something in order to seek something better, in order to sort of go on a bit of a journey of discovery. So, for example, if you're feeling like you've come to a glass ceiling at where your work, you may be deciding to look out elsewhere for opportunity and put your resume out there. Or even if you love what you do and you just feel like it's not financially rewarding or it's not what you're hoping for, I feel like you're seeking change. Something's got to give here. The person who is the Eight of Cups, they walk away from all those cups, but they stumble on the Nine of Cups, which is a wish fulfilled. It is good luck. Okay, this is your outcome pile. This is anything that's blocking you, and we've got your protagonist energy. So we're starting with the Tower. Now, just as soon as I touch this card, they're showing me a dragon's head in the water. A dragon's head. Okay, so I feel like there is radical change occurring within your career, especially if you see a dragon's head. So either you could be listening to this reading right now, and you see a dragon's head as you're listening to this reading, whether it's on a billboard or in a painting, or I mean, you could be watching a video and there's like a dragon in it or something like that. Look out for a dragon's head. I mean, it could be if you're working for a certain company, it could be that their logo is the dragon's head, or if you're setting up your own entrepreneurial business, it could also be a dragon's head that is your logo. So however it means something to you, it actually suggests that there is some really good news coming your way. There's something, you're flipping the switch here. Now, the Tower energy, it is like, it can be a destructive card, but it's Aries Scorpio energy, so it's regenerative. It means something that has come to an end, or something that you feel is not working for you right now, or you felt has been difficult. You're breaking down, you're strategizing, you're the one. I mean, if the Tower was in this position, or in this position, it's happening to you. But because it's in the protagonist energy, you are activating change. You're making the Tower happen. So if there's something here that's not working for you, you're in a period of like liberation. You're in a period of sort of exploring your options, sudden change, evolution. It can mean that you are, for example, reducing your hours at work. You're deciding, you know what, I want a little bit more me time, or you are actually wanting to work from home. So you're affecting change, because we've got the Queen of Pentacles there, and that is all about the home life, but it's also about being resourceful with your money. I mean, some of you may be anticipating, for example, world circumstances. The economy right now is going off the chart. I mean, we've always had an up and down economy, and as you can see, we got Two of Pentacles there. Things fluctuate and change all of the time, but I feel like you're in a state of preparation where you are looking at the external circumstances. Perhaps you've had like a hunch that there is a Tower moment on the horizon collectively, and you're preparing for that. Okay, the Eight of Cups is like you're walking away from anything that's not fulfilling. So you're not spending your money on things that are frivolous, or things that don't mean something, or that are not practical, and you may be saving your money and making it work better for you. You're using your resources and being more practical with your finances and your savings. Some of you may be preempting like a crash or something like that, and you may be trying to protect your money, because the Hierophant is all about, you know, educating yourself, you know, perhaps even seeking a mentor. But the Queen of Pentacles, she protects the money that she makes. She's very, very grounded, and you know, you may be putting it in trustworthy places or establishments that you feel is a good business venture. So a lot of you may be protecting your money that you have at the moment, shuffling things around. But the Tower energy, there's radical change. Okay, so as you can see, the butterflies represent some sort of transformation in your career, but the Tower energy, it's really when there's like a paradigm shift. You have a sudden epiphany. It doesn't have to be like you're bulldozing your career and changing things like completely. It can mean that you've had a sudden idea or a sudden realization or revelation that you're feeling a little bit stuck. You've been going round and round in circles in some area of your life, and you feel like there's an obstacle that you felt it's been difficult to break out of. So whether that is like a repetitive cycle or a routine that you just feel like, you know what, you're working really hard, you're dedicated and committed to your goals and your aspirations, but it feels like you're not being fulfilled. Emotionally, it feels a little bit void, or you're not having fun yet, that sort of energy. So it can mean that suddenly, as you see the lightning bolt hits the crown chakra, suddenly you know, because the crown chakra is all about knowing, you know that you're feeling a little bit uncomfortable right now and something's got to change in your career. So some of you, it's not all of you, but some of you may be deciding to move elsewhere, to relocate in terms of your career, maybe even have a new strategy. Some of you may be actually starting all over. Some of you may be starting up your own business, becoming an entrepreneur with the Emperor energy, in order to, I just see a lot of abundance on the other side. So whatever change it is you're making, whatever journey it is you're taking in your career, you feel like there is a change that is necessary. And whatever it is you are sort of transforming, it is actually a positive transformation. Now, the Tower energy can be like an eyes wide open card. You're nobody's fool, my beautiful Taurians, and you've got wonderful instincts and a lot of knowledge already, because the Taurus card there, which is the Hierophant, it's shown up twice. So you could be like receiving downloads, or you're very knowledgeable about your career sector, and you may be feeling like it is uncertain or it's fluctuating in some sort of way, and you're actually preempting that in order to put yourself in a really good position. The outcome energy here is you're in a really good position, whatever that means for you, okay? But you are activating change. The Ten of Swords says something is done. I mean, this could literally be that there has been a lot of upheaval in your workspace or in your career at the moment, and you're changing the way that you respond to things, especially challenging situations. If there is office politics or anything like that, you're taking the higher moral ground with the Eight of Cups and saying, you know what, I don't need to involve myself in that. I'm just doing me. So I feel like you're taking a step away and releasing whatever is like not meant for your journey. I feel like some of you are looking at your direction, because they're showing me a train right now. Some of you may physically be going on a journey, whether you're taking a vacation or you're taking a little quick trip, or it can even be that you're traveling for work or thinking about relocating for work, because they're showing me a train. I mean, you may literally be on a train right now as you're listening to this reading, but I feel like this space, this journey, or whatever this time is, it's giving you time to think about your path. Okay, so Ten of Swords, you're clearing the way for new beginnings, because it's at a point of epiphany. It can be a graceful ending. It doesn't have to be a shocking energy, but I feel like there's a pattern here that no longer serves you, and you're breaking free from a learned pattern, something, I just feel like it's done and done in the water for you. Eight of Cups, it's just not emotionally fulfilling. I feel like this is a restart. It can be a restart, or it can be you freeing yourself up and transitioning into something better, something more rewarding. You're venturing forward, but it is a card of change. So I feel like all of these cards here, you are in a position to change your circumstances for the better, okay? So I'm just going to pull a quick card on that just to see what other energy I've got coming here, because I mean, in this cycle, I feel like you're making I feel like it's a tension. There's a situation that could be like giving you tension, but it turns out in your favor. It works really well for you. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide? I mean, you got Four of Wands again. Yeah. So it's almost like, don't dwell on your losses. Think about the celebration. Think about the win, because we got the Four of Wands here and we got the Four of Wands there. So they're indicating that you're in for a win, basically. But there's a Five of Cups here, which means you're walking away from something, or you feel like you have to let go of something, or something is unloved in your career right now. And you're like, you know what? I love doing what I do, but I just don't like that aspect of my career. So how do I get rid of it? How do I just focus on the things I love doing? As you can see, this figure is sort of looking at those Three Cups, which have just fallen by the wayside. They were not fulfilling. But this person is not aware that just waiting in the wings there's something greater, something better. So, and it's about taking charge and knowing that you're on scale for a win. The Four of Wands is preparation for a win. It is basically hitting a milestone in your career, creating stability, but being on the right path. This card, the Four of Wands, there is you being in a new creative phase. You're trailblazing, and I feel like you're in sync with your desires, and I feel like you're being in good company. Some of you may even be like networking for your career, or I definitely feel like some really good news coming towards you, especially when you see this dragon's head. They're just showing me it again, so that indicates that there is like some really great news headed towards you. Now, some of you, there may have been an opportunity that you lost out on, and it really shook your foundations. Another opportunity is coming back, and it's bigger and better, okay? So when this new opportunity comes in, you're going to see why the other one didn't work out, just so you're aware. So if you lost your job, for example, or there's been redundancies, or there's been some sort of upheaval that you are still reacting to, there's something greater headed your way, that you're going to actually look back at this moment and go, yes, it was uncomfortable, but actually I can see it's put me in a better position than before. So definitely you'll be celebrating a win. But for those of you who are activating change, I feel like some of you may even get an opportunity to reunite with a past sort of like career sector or not a job opportunity. I feel something's coming back around, something that you felt that you had to leave, or I mean, some of you, for example, you may have had to go on maternity leave or things like that. You may be coming back into the work sector after a period of separating from it for a while, or it can be there's an opportunity that is making its way back to you, but it's in a more rewarding sense, okay? Now the blockage here, it's like I got all these cards in the reverse, okay? So for example, we've got the Lover's card there. It can mean that you've been feeling a little bit unmotivated by your career sector right now, or there's just something lacking. There's that little ingredient that's missing. But this is the challenge for the next 4 to 5 weeks, to find your love for what you do, to engage your heart. The Lover's card is about being in a vibration that matches what you want, okay? They're showing me a picture of Einstein right now. Whenever they do that, they show me the picture of Einstein. It's about energy. Einstein, one of the greatest minds of our time, of course, created a lot of things that we use negatively as human beings today, but also a lot of positive energy that came from Einstein. He didn't mean only to factor in his abilities for the good of mankind, but could see the errors of his ways once he created certain things that we won't go into. But they're showing me Einstein for a reason, which means he understood the law of attraction, that you raise your vibrations and see yourself achieving or accomplishing whatever it is you set out to do, and the universe is a benevolent force that brings it towards you. Sometimes we catastrophize about things as well. So if we see things in the negative, then more negative things show up. So I feel like it's about you being positive. There is a yearning here for your heart to be engaged in your career sector. I mean, the Eight of Cups is like going on a journey of discovery, seeing beyond the riches. Now, of course, money is important. We all need it to pay bills, to feed ourselves, especially in the current climate. There's a lot of inflation going up all around the world. Everything is rising. But I feel like still at the core of you, my beautiful Taurians, you're like, what can I do with my authentic self? How can I be on my soul path and do what I love doing, but at the same time get the rewards, the financial rewards, to live a life that complements your soul and your desires. So I feel like you're actually going to reach this milestone where you put yourself in a situation either to meet somebody that helps influence or transform your life. I feel there could be someone from your past that sort of reaches out. Now this could be someone you worked with, could be an ex-colleague or ex-boss or something like that, that says, hey, Taurus, got a new opportunity here, been thinking about you, would you like this opportunity? So I do feel like there's something coming on in here. I mean, a lot of signs are getting the Two of Pentacles, which means there is duality. There could be like a side hustle that you're connected to or that you're looking at the moment to set up to bring in extra money, whether it is renting out a space in your home or if it is going into real estate, because that Queen of Pentacles is really gleaming at me right now. So you could be making more money from home, either with a hobby that you have or something that really excites your soul. It can mean that you are thinking about renting out like property or things like that in order to bring in more money so that you are flexible but also secure financially. The Four of Wands indicates that news coming on in. Definitely a milestone that gives you some freedom when it comes to your career. But the Four of Wands is a card of preparation. preparing for success. So I feel like there is harmony. Because it's in the resistance position, I feel like you've been out of harmony with your heart's desire recently. Now, whether that's because of lack of motivation, drive, or energy, because you've been feeling you're absorbing the current climate, for example, and you're kind of like working really hard and wondering where is the benefit. Because I just feel like as soon as the money comes into your hand, it's flowing out. That's what I feel. The money is kind of like, it's a bit like this person, like juggling the finances. Now, as I'm holding this card, I'm seeing someone holding tickets in their hand. Now, I can't see what those tickets are for. Either they're for a concert or travel, perhaps. You may have tickets for something. Now, either you're selling those tickets or you just bought those tickets. I'm not really sure. So they just show me someone got tickets in their hand. So could be that you're going on a journey or something like that. So please take it as it resonates. I feel like someone is holding the tickets right now or popping them away somewhere. So if that's you, there's something in this message for you. If it's not you, doesn't mean it's not your reading. Just means that person, they want them to pay close attention to the reading as their attention may have wavered. Two of Pentacles is like indecision, but it's in the reverse position. So it's telling me that you've got an idea, you know where you want to go, you're not confused, you're not you don't have to compromise, you can have whatever it is that you want to achieve. But you may have been struggling in some way to get to that sweet spot in your career. I feel like, as you can see, the ships are on the horizon. So it does mean that there is a large opportunity making its way towards you, and you will unblock any stagnancy that you've been going through. It's going to come your way in the next 4 to 5 weeks. I feel like you're going to do a lot of multitasking. A lot of the signs are going to be shuffling their money around just to make sure it's safe, secure. But also I feel like there's an energy of getting organized in what it is that you want to do. Even having like a second stream of income. I feel like this is something that maybe you've already set up, or you've planned to do this, to set this up. And as you can see, there's like a really sandy, and even in some places rocky, uneven and unstable surface. But as you can see, you're like, it's almost like you're cycling the tightrope. You've gone straight down the middle here, and I feel like you're secure. You found a pathway that is less bumpy, or it's almost like the road ahead is giving you the green light to move forward on something. And this Two of Pentacles, I feel this is about you developing something that actually turns out very unexpected and actually very rewarding. Something that you're manifesting. One way or another, I feel like something that you've been thinking about or focusing on is showing up in your world. You don't know how you're going to get there, but I feel like you're going to get there. And the universe is actually helping you along your way. I feel like you're switching gears, if that makes sense. Okay? It's almost like you're going from 0 to 100. You're switching gears in some way in your life. And I feel like if conditions change, you've put yourself in a position where you are stable. Okay, that's what I feel. You're putting yourself in a position where you're stable. Now, this card can also be like you're in a new creative phase and you're eager to experience some sort of surprise in your career. But I feel like you're activating change and there's a surprise showing up. It's almost like you're giving the signal to the universe, I'm ready to do something exciting, or I'm ready to step out of my comfort zone, because that's what basically the Tower is. The butterflies were in a comfort zone, and the fire basically says this is no longer a place to feel comfortable. So it's like fight or flight. You take an opportunity to move, or it could be like even more difficult. So I feel like you're trusting your intuition to change a circumstance, come out of your comfort zone and start something new. It pays off. Whatever this is, it pays off for you. The outcome energy is the Hierophant. Now, the Hierophant, Taurus, is your card. So I feel like you are receiving some really good luck. You're changing things. You're shifting things around. The Hierophant is all about having faith. Okay, but it's also having a lot of knowledge. I feel like you've been going through a real learning curve when it comes to your career. Some of you may have put yourself on a course of study or learning, higher learning, but this is about you using your craft, your skills to get you to where you want to go, to have the doors that you have been knocking on for a while open for you. I also feel like you've been doing a lot of spiritual practices like meditation, law of attraction, perhaps even cosmic ordering. That's been showing up quite a lot in all of the readings at the moment. But I feel like this is really about you having faith. Now, some of you are very good at what you do. You can even teach on the side, do courses. Perhaps some of you have been setting up courses on how people can change their own luck. But I feel like this is about you educating yourself on how to turn a situation around. Some of you may be teachers yourself or mentors. You may be helping humanity in some sort of way with your skills in order to help people raise vibrations. But I feel like your luck is changing. We've definitely got the Wheel of Fortune there, which means there's good fortune headed your way. Something destined to occur, whether it was a reshuffle of your circumstances, it was meant to happen for your good, okay, for your highest good. And this can be like there's a lucky break here for you. Things turn out perfectly. So you're activating radical change, but and you don't know where it's going to go. The person in the Eight of Cups energy is like, I don't know where I'm going, but I know it's going to be interesting, okay? And they stumble on the Nine of Cups, which is a wish fulfilled. The universe is meeting you halfway to bring you some really good fortune. This is a cycle of change. So I see everything in this reading as a cycle of change, but it's your destiny. Okay, this is a transformation, random opportunities. People from your past may be reaching out saying, hey, I've got an opportunity, or suddenly an email popping into your email box that's like looking for a person just like you with your skills that's offering more money. I feel like there is good fortune on this. Also, if you're taking a gamble with your career, it's an educated risk. You're not just like being reckless with your career. I feel like you're taking an educated risk and it pays off the way you were hoping for. You're using your third eye very heavily. But this is a card of, you know, being in a cycle of change where new opportunities offer you new reward. So I feel like you're going to be really appreciated by by people that you engage with or people you work with. Some of you are setting up your own business or have your own business and you're going through a run of luck, okay? Now, outcome energy, we've also got Queen of Pentacles and the Hierophant. So again, this is about having faith that you're transforming your money, that you're being very practical, grounded, and resourceful. You're almost like the architecture of your dreams and your goals. Your commitment brings you the reward. Whenever you get this card, this is about you sort of like nurturing things that you've already been working on. And some of you are working towards either working from home or, you know, perhaps doing something that you're really like gifted at doing and earning money from it. I just get this energy, you being true to who you are and what you want to do, and using your resourcefulness to get to where you want to go. So for example, some of you may be doing 2 jobs and saving money in one job, like a 9-to-5 job structure, for example. It may not be the job that you're really hoping to do long term, but it pays the bills and it keeps you being able to do the thing that you love. So I feel there could be like you using money from one job in order to feed the other one and grow like your empire on the side. But I feel there's a lot more money coming towards you, okay? So I feel like wherever you're headed towards more money. I always say the Queen is the power behind the throne. So I feel like you're very, very creative, very good at what you do. This Queen of Pentacles is all about abundance. It's about, you know, protecting your money as well, what you're capable of. And you're capable of great wealth. So I feel like there literally is the word empire right there. They're asking me to look. Also, they're indicating Saturn. They're giving me the word Saturn. So either the company is called Saturn. I mean, it could be the Saturn placement. Saturn is an interesting planet because it can be the planet of shocks and surprises, especially since you've got the Wheel of Fortune in the Tower. When they show up together, it means that whatever is a surprise, it ends up really good. It may feel uncomfortable at the time because we were not expecting it, but actually it's really rewarding. So I feel Saturn may be in the mix for you. We do have 5 planets in the sky aligning. So I do feel, because they're actually showing me planetary alignments right now, and it's a very abundant time for you. It brings in positive shift and reward. I feel like you're in control of this. It's like the perfect storm in your career, but you're in control of it, okay? Have faith, believe in yourself, and I feel some of you may be taking a very traditional route to do something, but you're activating like positive change. Now, okay, they're giving me a song right now. Okay, once again, you know, I don't know what all these songs, I have no idea. I've never heard them before. I'm gonna have to look them up. Higher, higher, higher we go. I'm still standing. I'm still climbing, even when the best have fallen. Say my name. I think it says say my name at the end there. It's gone back into a cycle. I mean, higher, higher, higher we go. Well, I mean, the Hierophant is all about the hierarchy. So you are headed in the right direction for your career. Some of you, if you work for companies or establishments, people in power are noticing you. You may even get like a nod from the boss and you're like, oh my gosh, they're, you know, they're giving you, I feel like they're recognizing you more and sort of tapping you for some sort of investment opportunity or a promotion, or maybe even like a shift in your career, which means for some of you, it may be like, we're opening a new branch, Taurus. Would you like to head up the new branch? It's a little bit further afield. You may have to travel a little bit further, but it's more lucrative if you're looking for an opportunity to be in charge of your own space. Or so it can mean that it means you're still staying within the sector that you work in, but they may suddenly come up with an opportunity for you that, you know, you get to figurehead, as it were. I don't know that song, so I can't really help you with that song. But if you do know that song, either you heard it just before this reading or you'll hear it in the next 4 to 5 weeks. It means that there is radical change occurring in your career that is for the positive, okay? But I'll have to look it up just to see what it means. But I mean, I'm still standing, I'm still climbing, kind of suggests that you're still on the way towards something. You're not giving up on something. It may have been a battle or a struggle. Your energy or your motivation may have been at times waning for this. You may have felt like leaving something behind, but you're in two minds. And you may decide to actually like endure it, change the way that you operate within this difficult circumstance in order to have a different outcome. So we've got the World card, which means achieving a goal. So I feel like you're entering a new cycle, but you're completing something with satisfaction. This is reward. This is success. The World card is about success, but it's also a card of aligning yourself with a perspective that you're not attached to the outcome, so that things work out better for you, because the universe often brings us something better, okay, from what we're manifesting. Now this could also be world circumstances. You're coming into balance, acting on a hunch, protecting your finances, for example, reshuffling things and making things work for you. But overall, I feel this energy of you, your efforts coming full circle, and you being in a really good position to be marked for success. That's what I feel here. They're also showing me the eagle's claw on this quite heavily. The eagle's claw, I mean, it's interesting because it feels like when I attach myself to that energy of the eagle's claw, it's almost like it's not an eagle. I feel more it's a griffin. Now that's a very mystical creature, griffin. So I'm gonna have to look up the spiritual significance, but it's like griffin is like power. Griffin also used to be attached to, there was a link to money. They're showing me a link to money, griffin, money. I'm gonna have to look up that. It may be some sort of financial institution or establishment that was attached to a griffin image once, and it is in some way financially, I can't really grasp the energy. When I can't quite get it, I'll always be honest, Taurus. I can't quite grasp what they're giving me with the griffin, but I'm gonna have to look it up for you, okay? But it's a symbol of wealth is what they're showing me, a symbol of wealth. Now the World card can also mean that you're thinking about relocating if you're an entrepreneur, or relocating for your business. It can also mean that you're thinking about traveling further afield or seeing what's out there in the world for you when it comes towards opportunity, okay? But it is rewarding. Ace of Cups, something is being offered as a surprise out of the blue towards you, and it is more emotionally rewarding as well as financially. Ace of Cups is a feeling that all is well. It can mean a gift is being offered to you that is in alignment with your heart. There's going to be a lot of mental and emotional activity when it comes to your career, and I feel like there's peace on the other side, whereas you've got the Tower there, like this fraught energy, perhaps worry or trying to activate change, not knowing the direction. But this is showing up for you. The universe has got your back, and there's a gift on its way for you. Whenever you get this card, this is about you shining your brilliant light and being available for all the possibilities towards you. You're bringing your dreams into being, and I feel like your guides are helping you along the way. I feel like this is also about illuminating the light in even the darkest of places. There's an opportunity that just lies in the shadows, and it's the perfect time for you. You're going to grab it with both hands. So I do feel like either something's being offered to you or comes your way. I mean, it could be on the grapevine. Like you hear it on the grapevine, an opportunity, and you may like decide to walk away from something that you've been with for a while, but you're activating great change, and it brings great reward. King of Swords, though, it does say with the King of Swords, think before you act. Okay, make sure you've got a strategy. Make sure you've done all the analysis and you've got clear judgment before you make a decision. But the King of Swords means you've got the power. Okay, some of you may be like negotiating a better deal. This is Gemini energy. It can mean that you are shifting your perspective, and it is a sign of duality. So you may be doing two things at the same time, but you need to focus on the order. Okay, focus your attention, be rational, focus your attention on the thing that needs attention the most. So for example, if you've got like a surprise bill that came out of nowhere and you're like, wow, how am I going to deal with this month? It can mean that you need to focus on that, speak to a person in a position of authority connected to the bill and say, okay, I'm going to pay in installments this month, but don't avoid it. Okay, so it can mean that you focus on that and then focus on other things that are not so important or so readily, like have a deadline, for example. So if you've been struggling financially, but I feel like there's more money coming on in. Whatever it is you're shifting, we got a Queen of Pentacles, which means financially there is more reward for all the efforts that you're putting in. The King of Swords can also be like an international card, where if you're setting up your own business, you may be looking further afield, or it may have some sort of connections to another country in some way. But I feel like you're stepping into a position that brings more responsibility. So either you're like shifting into another department, or you're becoming your own boss, or you're stepping into a leadership role. There's good business sense here. I feel like you're in control. This is about strategy, this is about power, and this is about success. This is a card of leadership. So I feel like you are headed in the right direction for your career. You're dominating and using your energy to guide you to where you want to go. Also, the Emperor energy is a protector. So again, and this is what's been happening in all of the readings across the collective right now for the career, it's protecting money. So it's about you shifting, looking at establishments where you have your finances, for example, and making sure that your money is in a good space for it to be protected. So, you know, for example, I mean, we all look at the economy right now and we get like, okay, things are looking pretty difficult and things are rising, inflation's happening, all of those things. It's like a perfect storm for a downturn or a crash or something like that. So every reading so far for all the careers have been like protect money. So I'm just giving you the energy that's coming out in the reading for the collective. So I feel like it puts you in a really good position. So you may be shifting things to do that. Emperor energy, I feel like you're in control. You're using your initiative. Okay, and I feel like you're being motivated to dominate in your career. This lucky opportunity that comes out of the blue actually puts you in a really good position. And for those of you who are trying to expand your business or expand your horizons when it comes to your career, you may seek out like online videos or things like that, because Gemini energy connects and Aquarius energy also, if you've got placements in those areas, those energies show up on the world card. That's why I'm energized towards that. It connects to the internet. So some of you may be wanting to work from home or relocate or go international, that sort of thing. But it can mean that you are sort of like connecting to online opportunities to grow businesses, marketing, things like that, or even seek mentors online or videos online that can help you strategize your career or learn how to do something but put your own unique spin on it so it is your own authentic expression. Now I'm going to pull one more card on that before I close the reading, but a lot of positive energy. I feel like you're financially bossing up in some way. Some of you may actually be partnering up in business, and you may have, like, how can I put that? You may be thinking about connecting to somebody that you know, or it could be someone who's got a lucrative deal, partnership in some way, because that Lovers card shows up in that respect, like partnerships coming together. Now we have a 9 of Wands and we have a Queen of Pentacles. It's in the reverse. As you can see, the outcome energy is like in the upright, so it's a positive energy, but the 9 of Wands says caution. Okay, so 9 of Wands is like caution, reevaluate your circumstances. You don't want to lose money. So I feel this is about you putting yourself in a really good position. I feel like the energy is like you're persisting on something, but you know, make sure you think before you act, or you could lose money, for example. So I feel like a strategy is important. But the 9 of Wands says don't give up. Especially since your outcome energy is the Queen of Wands with the World card. We've got an Ace of Cups. There's a more lucrative opportunity coming towards you. But I feel like if you're cautious, you actually put yourself in a really good position. Okay. Now, I'm just going to get some final cards before we close. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Great Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Taurians? What do they need to know regarding their career? Oh, drop the mic. I saw it in the water before it came up. We got Dragon, Supernatural, okay? They're showing me the Dragon's head. It's so important. You got the Dragon card. You could have got any card out of this deck. You could have got the Tiger. You could have got the Humpback Whale, the Unicorn, the Lion, the Ram. But my guides are giving me the Dragon for a reason. So look out for a dragon image. It's so important. It shows that there's a really positive influence and your guides are with you. More lucrative opportunities heading your way with more financial reward, okay? It says here, you are the ancient wise sage. You can shapeshift at will. Mastery is your destiny. Rise with dignity. I mean, even the song they gave me was like higher, higher. Higher, wasn't it? Higher, higher, higher you're going, or something like that. I think that's what the lyrics were. I can't remember. I was scrying at the same time. Yeah, they said I'm right. Higher, higher, higher we go. They're playing the song again. That's great. I'm still standing. I'm still climbing. That's the energy. So you're really good at what you do. You've got a lot of talent, a lot of mastery. There are supernatural influences operating for you behind the scenes in the month of, well, the end of June into July. Things are going to just show up in your world out of the blue for your highest good. Embrace it, have faith, believe in yourself, okay? There are forces that you're not even aware of just yet headed your way that are helping you boss up. Now, I'm just going to get some final advice cards. This is a wonderful financial deck by Mahrukh X. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides. Any further advice for my beautiful Taurians? What do they need to know? I would say definitely don't spend more than you can afford, of course. I mean, that's like a wise message. I mean, look at the cards. The past and offering. So an opportunity from the past, or someone that you know from the past is headed your way with an opportunity. You're getting the same energy. Also, I would say, yeah, don't overspend, you know, because there may be like a surprise bill that you were not expecting. I feel like you're in a good position, but, you know, just be mindful of that. Look, we got persistence. Don't give up. So the past, let's go to that one first. That's the first one to pop out. We got the past. And it says, something from the past is coming back, perhaps an old job or an unfinished project. Look to the past to understand the future for a lesson, an experience, or an old skill. You could be earning or receiving money from something that you did in the past and it's coming back around. Whether it's residual pays, you know, or, you know, something that you're owed in the past or something you've done already and now the money is showing up for you. So you will hear, as you can see the gramophone, you'll hear good news, money, or an opportunity returning to you. And also we've got offering. So something, I mean, the Ace of Cups showed up for you, so there's an offering headed your way. The universe will meet all your needs. Consider having a money altar. Call upon your spirit guides and angels to assist you during this time. So, I mean, you can just light a candle. You don't have to have a full altar, but I feel that griffin, I mean, that dragon also looks like a bit of a griffin, but they're showing me the image of the griffin again. So there's some sort of connection with the Griffin in finances in some way. So I'll look that up and see what that is. But yeah, your guides walk with you. There's an offering headed your way. We've got easy does it. And it says, slow and steady wins the race. This is not a good time to rush, so pay attention to every detail. Again, that's what they said in the reading. Caution, take it slow. You don't need to rush this. It says, careful not to get involved with any get-rich-quick schemes. Okay, very important with that, because, you know, those things tend to be very, very, very flash in the pan, okay? Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. So just be mindful of that. But as you can see, we've got evidence of prosperity showing up in your world. Even if it's the first sprouts of financial reward headed your way, there's money coming. And it says persistence. Your efforts have not gone unnoticed. Success is just around the corner. So whether that's from the, an establishment, someone you work with, or the universe, they've got your back, and you're being recognized for your work ethic, your skills, your talents, and it's going to be rewarded. It says, follow through with what you set out to do consistently until you reach your goal. Hard work is required to keep building on your finances. So, and as you can see, we've got like sparks flying there. I feel like this is really positive energy. Whatever it is you're persisting on, you will reach your goal. The World card is an accomplishment of a goal or a desire. You're reaching an end point and you're moving into a new cycle, okay? You'll be satisfied that you did a job well done. So I'm just going to go and get a ruin before we close. We just got one this time. Okay, let me see this energy. Okay, so this is the ruin of, like, they just show me a boat. Whenever they do that, it's kind of like, it's the water ruin for sure. Yeah, and there it is. Lagu is what we call it. So basically, this is psychic energy. This can also be perseverance, dreams, goals, inspiration. So I feel like you're giving energy to your goal, but also water is fluid. So I feel like with changing times, you're going to be very, very flexible. That also, I mean, shapeshift at will, it says in that card. So I feel like you are going to be flexible, whether it's 2 streams of income or you're giving your energy to different things, and you're going to be like completely bossing up in the month of July. I mean, some of you may have actually be traveling, as I said, or vacation. Perhaps you're going across water in some way. But I feel like pay close attention to your dreams and psychic images. You may be acting on a hunch as well with something, and it shows up in your world. A really positive hunch as well, okay? So they actually want me to put this on the Emperor energy. So this can also be that you're drawn to like a video or drawn to a person to learn something from that person, or a mentor is drawn to you and will come in and help you, give you some really good advice. Some of you may even be reaching out towards financial advisors just to get a little bit more knowledge about like business or things like that, especially if you're setting up your own business and being an entrepreneur. So I'll leave it there. I hope something resonates in this reading for you, my beautiful Taurians. If you'd like to be the chance to win a free personal reading, all you have to do is write 5 things down that you feel have been blocking your abundance or your path, and find a creative way to release it to the universe. In the comments box below, just put this sentence: I've let it go, now I'm in the flow. And I'll gravitate towards one lucky subscriber on the 28th of June, and I'll announce the winner's name in a video upload only. If something resonates here for you, please like or subscribe to my channel. Completely free for you. All you have to do is press a little bell that lets you know when I update my next message. It lets me know that you resonate with the reading, which is very, very important for me too. Thank you so much, my beautiful Taurians. Love and light.